Did you know that when your dog shows you their belly, it's not always just for a rub? Sure, it might look like an invitation for some pets, but there's much more going on beneath the surface. There's nothing cuter than walking into a room and seeing your fur baby roll over to expose that soft, fluffy tummy. Or when you're giving them love, and they flop over with that goofy look, begging for belly rubs. Adorable, right? But here's the thing. Asking for rubs is only scratching the surface. The truth is, your dog's belly reveal could be hiding something much more surprising and even shocking about what they're really trying to tell you. In this video, we're going to explore 7 surprising reasons why your dog shows you their belly, and some of them will definitely make you see this cute habit in a whole new light. But before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our canine loving community for more tips and tricks on how to care for your dog? Reason number 1. A dog's tummy is a pretty delicate part of their body. The fur there is often thinner than on other parts of them, which is one explanation for why they find getting pets there so addictive. And that means that they're more vulnerable to scratches and scrapes there, but it's also where they keep their vital organs. It can be easy to forget, as humans, that our tendency to show off our torsos to all and sundry is kind of weird among mammals. We traded in the safety of having our bellies always facing the ground, making them harder to attack, for the advantages of bipedalism. For a 4-legged animal like a dog, showing off their tummy is an unusually vulnerable position for them to be in. But for you, your dog doesn't mind being vulnerable. Showing off their belly is your pup's way of saying that they love and trust you enough to let you see them at their most exposed. Not only do they trust you not to take advantage of them in this position, but they're also letting you know that they believe in your ability to fend off any predators or other dogs who might threaten the two of you while your pup is compromised. It's a huge sign of trust from your pet, and one that you should feel honored to receive. Reason number 2. Sometimes a dog rolling onto their back isn't asking for a belly rub at all. If you've ever watched 2 dogs playing, you'll have noticed how they tend to play fighting with each other, often climbing on top of one another and wrestling. Dogs know the difference between play fighting and real fighting, however, and one of those differences is that when play fighting, the important thing is that everyone has fun, rather than that one dog wins. As such, play fighting dogs will usually take turns, allowing one dog to be the one on the top for a while, and then swapping places so that the other one can have a go at being top dog. When your dog rolls onto their back to show you their tummy, therefore, instead of asking for pets, they might be asking for play. You can recognize this because your dog's mouth will be open and their body will be loose and wiggly. Putting themselves in this position allows them to communicate to you, or another dog, that they're not being aggressive and are happy to let you win the play fight first. Reason number 3. Sometimes rolling on their back can also be a way for dogs to turn down a fight. But not a play fight this time, a real one. Showing their belly when interacting with another dog can be a way for your dog to say, "Hey, let's all calm down." When tempers are getting a little frayed, it signals that they don't want to engage in a fight and that they're willing to concede to the other dog in whatever disagreement they're having. Since you are probably the person in the world that your dog least wants to get into a quarrel with, you might see them lying down like this when they feel like they might have annoyed you in some way. Reason number 4. Thousands of years ago, every dog was a wolf, and wolves have a very distinct social structure. They live in packs. Now, the idea of the strict pack hierarchy, with alpha wolves and beta wolves, going all the way down to omega wolves at the bottom, is just a myth. But although it's not as rigid as all that, pack hierarchy is a thing, with some wolves being dominant over others. The way that a younger, less dominant wolf pays their respects to an older, more dominant wolf is by, you guessed it, showing off their tummy. Your dog obviously isn't a wolf, but those old instincts die hard. To your fur baby, you are their pack, and what's more, you're the dominant member of the pack. As such, your dog might choose to show you their belly because it's their version of a salute. They're letting you know that you're the boss, and they respect you for it. Reason number 5. When it's a hot summer day, we all feel the need to wear fewer layers when we're out and about. And if you've got a very hairy dog, then you probably find yourself feeling some sympathy for your poor fur baby. After all, they can't exactly remove their own thick coat. How do they cope with the heat? Well, there's one weird trick that your dog has to help cool them down on a hot day, lying down in the slightly disturbingly named dead dog pose. This is when your dog lies down on their back with their belly on show and all four legs in the air. This means that their tummy is completely exposed to any cool breezes that happen to be wafting by. You'll remember we mentioned before that a dog's belly has thinner fur than other parts of their body? This means that it's much more sensitive to the cool air. Cooling down their belly also helps your dog cool down their core, allowing cool blood to flow to their extremities and lowering the temperature of their whole body. Reason number 6. Sometimes your dog putting their belly on display isn't actually about showing off that tum at all. It's about getting onto their back. If you notice your dog rolling onto their back and kind of wriggling around, especially against a roughish surface, like grass, then that's a sign that your pup might not be trying to communicate anything special at all. They might just have an itchy back. Dogs find it hard to scratch the middle of their backs due to the way their legs bend. It's one of the reasons why they like being pet there so much, since our human hands are basically made for giving back scratches. But when a helping human hand isn't available, a dog can take things into their own paws by rolling over and rubbing their back against the ground. Reason number 7. Another reason why your dog might want to roll over onto their back is to do with scent. You might have noticed that your dog likes rolling in things that smell quite strong, which is very cute when that strong smell is meadow flowers, and utterly gross when it's roadkill. Dogs can scent mark by rubbing their backs against the ground, and can pick up the scents of other dogs who have rolled on that surface. It makes the grass at the dog park kind of like a canine message board, since dogs use scent to communicate with each other. By smelling the ground where another dog has rolled, your pup can pick up information about the other dog's physical health, their emotional state, and whether they happen to be in the market for a new doggy girlfriend or boyfriend. By rolling on that surface themselves, they can then communicate their own personal information to other dogs who might walk there in the future. Learning the meaning behind the subtle elements of canine body language is the best way to help improve your relationship with your dog. The key to any good relationship is communication, after all. And if you really want to improve your knowledge of dog language, check out this video to learn what it means when your playful doggo suddenly stops jumping to greet you when you come home each day.